Alright, hello everyone, welcome once again to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your host, DB Smiley, putting a pause on the music as here we go into Battlefield of Eternity. It's gonna be your mom, Bonbon, versus the One Tricks. So, a little bit of a late start. Your mom, Bonbon, just coming off a set that they lost just a bit ago. Gonna try to bring it back here in this series. The One Trick, on the other hand, this is their first game in Nexus Gaming Series. They are a new team. However, I'm actually intimately familiar with one of the players on the One Trick. Back in the Misplaced Alts days, he tanked and I healed, and that would be Linkin Park. Looking forward to seeing how he's developed as a player. Very excited for this game, and obviously hoping for the best. Gonna be fun to watch. But, as we move into the series here, early in the draft, we just had a balance patch. We'll see how it goes. Greymane going to be the first ban, so trying to target the map objective players. But that leaves up both Phoenix and Maev here. People still banning Phoenix a lot, despite the balance change. Going to be very interesting to see if that pattern holds out. We will indeed keep an eye on that one. Should note, I am solo casting tonight, so can always be a bit mentally taxing. Do bear with me, but I will do the best I can because I just love this game that much. And also, I have no fucking life, so, you know. But dipping into the shot clock here, 25 seconds left to pick that first ban. Gonna be interesting to see what One Tricks wants to ban. Again, there have been changes. Malfurion got nerfed, who's a very popular healer. Phoenix got nerfed, although to what extent I have no idea, because I never got to see Phoenix when he was OP. He was just getting banned all the time. It is going to be Malfurion being targeted, so they are leaving both Phoenix and Maev up, presumably expecting to get one, whichever one is not picked up here by the side of your mom, Bonbon. Now, my assumption is that Phoenix is probably gangbusters on the Immortal Burn. I cannot imagine that he is anything but. You know, a lot of auto attack damage, very high attack speed, so I would fully expect that. And Phoenix gonna be picked. Probably gonna burn that Immortal quite nicely. Looking forward to seeing how it's used. I've never actually seen Phoenix on this map. Because no one's seen Phoenix on any map because he's constantly banned. I saw him on Dragonshire. Take that back. I've seen him twice on Dragonshire. For some reason.
None shall flee my grasp.
Gonna grab the Maev Stukov. Love it. Maev Stukov, a tasty, tasty combo. You pull people into the silence. You drop the Warden's Cage. Good times are had by all. I mean, not the person you're killing, but like by your team, good times are had by all. And do you really care about the other team and how much fun they're having? You shouldn't. You should put a boot to their neck. You should assert dominance. Be a man. Be a man!
With honor, redemption.
Alright, got a little bit out of hand there, but bringing it back as we jump into the game. Hanzo ban getting even more Immortal Burn. So, no Immortal Burn yet on the side of One Trick. However, they have just shoehorned themselves into two auto attackers. That's where the damage from both really comes from, is their auto attack damage. So we're gonna have to see how they can balance out their damage, if they can, or if they just need to ban out Joanna here, which is kind of a bit awkward. You know, not Joanna's best map. Probably Diablo's a bigger threat. But they are very vulnerable to blinds at the moment. With Greymane banned, with Hanzo and Phoenix taken, Artanis could be a good Immortal Burner, and he could bring the blind at level 10. It's not a common pick, but I don't hate it. I would actually be okay with that. But looking at bans now, you know, you've banned Malfurion, you have Stukov. Do you ban them out of a support here? If you're trying to go for that kind of blow-up style, banning out Nuther makes a lot of sense. Just for the Divine Shield saving whoever gets kind of pulled in. certainly, the cleanse can be a problem. So if they're going to target supports, I'd like to see an Uther ban. See, that one I don't like as much. The Lucio, I think, has fallen off quite a bit. But the other side of it is Lucio doesn't really save people well, except via sound barrier. And, you know, you're probably going to want to target Lucio and pull him in anyway. So he's going to be silenced. I guess the same argument could be made for Uther, but Uther, Divine Shield has such a huge range that and Cleanse, and his Q, if he goes Q build, just a ridiculous range on it. So I kind of get the thought process, denying speed of rotation, but I just think Lucio's fallen off a bit. But we'll see if I'm wrong. As we do see a Diablo ban. I like that ban a lot. Just from the standpoint of combos. But, you know, Joanna can set up Maiev a bit. With the Blessed Shield, with the Condemn. And you now have 2 auto-attackers on the enemy team. So I actually wouldn't mind seeing a Joanna. They would need really strong follow-up damage. Maybe like a Li Ming. Joanna Li Ming. Li Ming would also give you Wave of Force to interrupt Mosh. Gives you some Immortal Burn. Yeah, I can definitely see that. If Stukov goes a root combo, Li Ming can absolutely devastate. I mean, I haven't seen her much lately, but I definitely think Li Ming could be strong here. Wait and see. There's Li Ming. Garrosh. Okay. So, much to my chat's chagrin, it's going to be Garrosh, and I'm going to say his name wrong. I'm going to put the emphasis on the wrong syllable and say Garrosh all night. So, you know, prepare for that. But I like it. Once again, just really a lot of separation potential. From there, it's going to be a Sonya.
My blades are yours.
That's their solo laner. Who's their support going to be? Into the Li Ming now. Uther maybe not as sexy. Rhaegar is always very, very sexy when you have a Sonya. Love me some Rhaegar. I like that pick a lot. And he also comes with a cleanse, so I think Rhaegar is a fantastic choice here. Now you need to grab your soul laner. Going into a Sonya could be a Blaze. I mean, if they really wanted to go like Wombo combo-y, they could go Blaze with Combustion. But Bunker is just very powerful. It's going to be very interesting. Destiny. So it's a lot of engage potential on the side of the one trick. It is a very large amount of engage potential. It is, however, very, very reliant on Li Ming hitting skill shots. Be interesting to see. Is it going to be a taunt variant, or are they really going to all in on the blow up a single target combo they kind of have going? And would that entail a Colossus Smash? I don't know. Questions. Oh, I'm not joined by a co-caster tonight. Silly Smiley. Forgetting to turn off all your extra little things because you're alone. You're alone in life, Smiley. You're alone. So Linkin Park moving into Garrosh. I've seen him play it before. You know, back when Garrosh first came out. I was actually still on Misplaced Alts with him. You know, I guess I'm kind of surprised that nothing was taken to really deal with the auto attack damage. I guess Garrosh is okay into the auto attack damage because he gets that armor. Though I think Redemption's going to be incredibly powerful into Garrosh. Phoenix also has that percent-based damage talent, I believe 13. I'm still kind of new to the hero. Haven't played him a lot. But we'll see where it goes here as we jump in to map number 1 between Yermon, Bonbon, and the One Trick. And on the left side, we have a bunch of people who name themselves the same fucking thing just to piss off casters. It's going to be the OG Bonbon on Hanzo. Going to be Kevo Panda on Phoenix. Dream Crusher going to be on Sonya. Bonbon's going to be on Rhaegar. And Bonbon984 going to be on ETC. And over on the right, you know him, you love him, the One Trick. Linkin Park going to be on the Garrosh. Doing a little dance. Dance, Gary, dance. Sheej going to be playing Li Ming. Key going to be on Stukov. Mid going to be on Maev, and Kotip going to be on Varian. And already, we are seeing a breach of ethics. My god, you always take your 4-man bot. What are you doing? This is so rude. Varian, though, playing smart. Varian not stepping out, making sure his team gives him the okay. Lincoln checking, sees no one there. They're gonna go ahead and start clearing this lane. Here up in the top, they're just waiting on Varian to move. Phoenix and Hanzo now starting to rotate down. Looks like they got bored. All the Bonbons are moving down while Dream Crusher stays top. Both teams soaking incredibly, just the Mexican standoff. Down here in the bottom, though, already some good chunk onto Kevo Panda Shield, but that's okay. Good flip onto ETC, but I'm going to be able to power slide out. Did have that cooldown up. Maev possibly blinking in, finds a 4-man tether. Bonbon is incredibly low, and Hanzo goes down. Sheej just absolutely trucking, and now Kevo Panda going to be able to blink out of there. What a great combo there by Mid. Mid going so hard with that Maev, with the 4-man tether. Absolutely a massive play. Sheej with the perfect follow-up. Great start here by One Trick. Get down to the top. Sonya will win this lane as we pull up our talents here. It is not Redemption, instead going with the W build. Just trying to focus on that objective, looks like, is what your mom Bonbon wants to do. There's a pull onto ETC, but going to be able to power slide out. Some good chunk damage coming in from the Phoenix, who has gone into that Q build questing talent. Keep an eye on that one. Rhaegar going with the Colossal Totem. I've seen a lot of Feral Wolf lately. I still like Colossal Totem, especially on this map, because of the size of it. It can get so much value. Tried to get a pull on the Dream Crusher, not really able to secure any kind of real kill there. Gonna be a 3 versus 4 in the bottom, relying on Li Ming poke to clear the lane. Stukov is going with the E build, but already Garage with 6 stacks on his Warbreaker. Make that 9. Already halfway done. Oh, and Phoenix gets flipped. And Phoenix goes down. Shields ain't gonna blink out of that one. Goes down fast. Now, gotta keep an eye out. Mid, starting to rotate back down. Could look for another tether pick. Let's keep an eye on it. Lincoln Park positioning up. Ready to follow up. Mid, hanging out in that bush. Potentially looking for the tether. There's the Groundbreaker. Flip onto Rhaegar. There's the tether as Rhaegar tries to run away. Blink away. Pull Rhaegar into the silence. But Bonbon's gonna be able to get out of that. Bonbon 984 gonna get picked off by Li Ming right before the gate. Sheej is on a rampage at the moment already. High King's Quest. Interesting. From Kotip. Kotip getting that last bit of soak. Getting some mana. Sonya gonna actually burn this top bruiser while the phase is starting. Gonna put it behind a bit in soak, especially without Hanzo and Phoenix in position. So, you know, they have a ton of Immortal burn. I guess they can try to make it up on the second half, trying to just generate some kind of pressure. Already, though, down quite a bit in this burn. Sheej getting stunned out there. Lincoln Park pushing aggressively into all of the Bonbons. There's a big taunt into the stun, into the tether, into the silence, and bodies are just hitting the floor. The One Trick's looking very, very strong right now, landing their combos very well. Lincoln Park almost finished with that Groundbreaker quest. We are 3.5 minutes into the game, and One Trick is just starting to look like they could run away with this. There's the quest complete. Oh boy. Now, moving in, they do have their Hanzo burn in position. They do have their Sonya burn. Li Ming can burn decently quick, but actually with just the raw burn potential, there's a lot. Lincoln Park using the Immortal Sensoa, as does Maev! Oh my goodness, Maev pulls him right back into the stun with the taunt from Varian. They are using CC so well. The One Trick is just playing absolutely exceptional at the moment. They've used the Immortal stuns so well, and there it is once again on the Bonbon, followed up by the Groundbreaker flip. Once again on the Bonbons, and he goes down. Oh my goodness. The One Trick, it just... wow! They are doing so many cool things with these Immortal stuns on this map. Oh my goodness. They are doing so many cool things. Getting this top soak, they're actually going to 5-man push. They want to push their level 7 advantage that's come in now. And they're going to go for it. Silence on the gate, letting the Immortal push up. Immortal shields are going to drop here. Sonya is pushing in bot too, and Phoenix and Hanzo can actually defend reasonably well as this Immortal is going down rather quick. Only a cannon wall for all their efforts. Here comes the blink in, trying to move in onto Hanzo. There's the taunt, allowing the tether to take, nuking down Hanzo, and now with that kill, flip onto ETC. Li Ming gonna come in. There's the silence on ETC, trying to secure the kill. Does go down. There's a tether onto Rhaegar. Rhaegar in a lot of trouble. And it's just... One Trick is coming at you in waves. It's just wave after wave after wave of yanks and CCs and pulls and taunts. And it's just... You know, the first death happens, and then you try to retreat, and that's when the second death happens, and then you try to pull back further, and that's when the third death happens. They are showing no mercy, and despite 5-manning top lane here, they have a 2-level advantage now. They, in fact, increase their lead. As Sonya has gotten value here on bottom, but now look for a potential bruiser camp invade as well. As if you're playing this well aggressively, why stop? They could also go for the safer bit. Ooh, now finding Sonya. Sonya could be in a bit of trouble. Nope, Fan of Knives gonna hit, nothing else. Lincoln Park gonna move down towards checking the camp. No one on it. Li Ming gonna start at Lincoln Park. Gonna do the anchoring thing, but just such confidence here by the side of One Trick. They're just begging Dream Crusher to come out and soak this lane. Dream Crusher obliges. Here comes Varian. Now here comes Lincoln Park. Taunt back into the silence. There's the tether pulling once again back into the silence. Siege coming in with the Calamity combo. Sonya getting deleted. And it's just... Even Sonya can't escape from this. This has to be so frustrating to play against, as they are comboing so well here inside of One Trick. Very aggressive blink into the wall, pulling Rhaegar into the silence, and there's a taunt. And there it is again. You're behind your own wall. You're under your own fort. The gate's still up, and you're still not safe from this Garrosh, Varian, Maiev, Stukov, Li Ming play. It's so aggressive, and it's working so well here with the level 10s. Warden's Cage up now. It is the Wave of Force. It is Shield Wall going to come in. Challenger, or Warlord's Challenge. I always keep wanting to call it Challenger's Warcry, and I know it's Warlord's Challenge. And then Massive Shove coming in. My goodness, they are just playing so well. Taking a look at damage now. I mean, the damage isn't even that high, it's just they're killing everything. And, you know, on the side of Bonbon, I mean, you can't even go in to defend. Because of how much displacement has been there, how well they've used Immortal Stuns. I mean, this team is playing out of their damn mind. And look at this, they're chasing Sonya all the way across the map, and they're gonna secure this kill. Wow. And now, oh, there's the Warden's Cage. Maiev gets Bonbons back in, getting the other Bonbons at the moment, so ETC goes down. And they're just showing no respect, just going straight for the kills. I mean, they're chasing Sonya literally just all the way across the map. This is a borderline disrespectful the way they're playing, and I love to see it. It's absolutely fantastic. Everyone on this team playing with such great, fantastic synergy. Absolutely taking people down. Wow. I mean, this is just a sight to behold. As Brosh defending bottom, and, you know, without level 10s, they can't even look to fight here on the side of Bonbon. Moving down the soak, and Keva Panda setting up, so he's like, hey guys, I might be able to find something, can you come down? Certainly scaring it off, because the second you see the enemy team, you have to run away. But now level 10s are here. They do have the Salvo, they do have the Ancestral, Leap, Mosh, and Dragon's Arrow. Potential to set up a combo against this Death Ball, but it's going to require pretty tight execution into all the displacement here. But at least the Dragon's Arrow and the Leap give them some degree of disengage tools. ETC looking like he wants to go for some kind of flank here. Moving on to the back, but showing on the minions. Bit of an aggressive move. Needs to be a bit careful. They definitely are forced to engage into this fight. Ooh, Dragon's Arrow is a whiff. And now it's just a full retreat here. Trying to get onto Siege, onto Li Ming. Li Ming just doing everything she can to get away. The chase is on. Rhaegar going all in for this Li Ming. Li Ming turning around with the Calamity, trying to get some kills. Meanwhile, in the backside, Phoenix goes down. Now, Bonbon 984 in trouble. Going to get taken down by a Calamity. Bonbon's Rhaegar going down as well. Trying to get on the Lincoln Park, but down goes Sonya. And it was just a very disorganized engage there by Bonbon. No real clear target. Tried to get onto Li Ming. Then they broke off when they weren't able to get it, and then just weren't able to retreat. Hanzo going down as well. This may actually be a 10-minute game. This Immortal gonna drop not long after the keep. There's a power slide onto Maev. Maev using the Volt. There's the tether, pulling back into the silence. So much there on, oh my goodness, now Dream Crusher getting chunked down, ETC is down, Ancestral almost lands, but doesn't quite, so Sonya goes down. Phoenix doing everything he can to try to get the kill, but he's going to drop, no more shields there, having to teleport away to the well, but Hanzo dives in, goes down. They're moving on to keep. One Trick just ran away with this game so fast. And it is going to be game. There's a big mosh. I say big like it's going to do anything. It's not. This core is done. One Trick absolutely dominant. 21 kills to 1. And that one kill literally came on the core rush. 21 kills to 1. Oh man. That was absolutely devastating to watch. That was I mean, One Trick definitely showed that they know how to use the stuns from the Immortal on that map. They did so many clever things. But even when they weren't fighting around the Immortal, I mean, they were just relentless in just such... I mean, that was so fun to watch, even though it was unfortunately a stomp, because their execution was just so good. Cannot wait to get Game 2 started. We're going to jump right into that. We'll be right back. Alright, and we are back here on the Nexus Gaming Series. I'm your host, DB Smiley. Once again, joining Bonbon versus One Trick here, as we jump into match number 2. Gonna be Sky Temple, the temple that is in the sky, as One Trick just absolutely dominated game number 1. I mean, it was At times horrifying. Once again, going without Malfurion bans. So that is maybe something they scouted, or maybe something they just don't want to play against because of the potential to heal even when a target's separated. That could be their niche. Maybe not wanting to deal with Twilight Dream, but whatever the reason, they're not going to play against Malfurion. Stukov getting taken away here. They thought Stukov was the problem. It was all those pulls into the silence. So, solve that problem by just taking away the silence. And that's actually both top-tier supports going down, but with Maiev still up, they're going to move right back into Maiev, and why not? One Trick played that Maiev extremely well. If their name is in fact their reputation, well then, boy, they One Trick that Maiev extraordinarily. What do you counter with? I think you need things that are pretty survivable, even if they get separated. Things with mobility. Phoenix can fit that. Can teleport out. I actually didn't hate the ETC pick at all. I liked it quite a bit, especially with the Garrosh. So I think I'd be okay with them moving into something like ETC Phoenix. Let's see.
The crusade calls.
Going with a Joanna. Very, very early Joanna. Kind of surprised to see that. Phoenix is up. I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna take the Jaina. Joanna, Jaina. Those are two picks that I wouldn't be surprised to see in a draft, but I guess I'm still surprised to see them this early. You know, because now you're telling the team, okay, well, we just won't go auto attack. We'll go back into that Li Ming. Li Ming can be strong on this map. You know, Joanna has a harder time dealing with that because the armor doesn't help her. Sure, her baseline armor is only physical. I mean, certainly you have the Iron Skin to escape tether. You, as the game goes on, can get the ice block out of Jaina. And then, like, Water Elemental to turn her fight around can be pretty strong. Still, I'm just surprised to see it this early with things like Phoenix on the table, with things like Hanzo on the table. Not necessarily the thing that you take both, but then again with the Joanna, you potentially limit the effect of those. It is the Garrosh Sonya.
Blades are yours.
Want to get Sonya? Sonya is absolutely fantastic on this map. She can solo a point 100% of the time, no trouble at all. Garrosh, you know, just generally very strong with Maiev. It's just so much displacement. I really don't want to see an Uther ban. I want to see them take Uther in this situation. I don't want to see Bonbon ban Uther. Because if they do, I mean, yeah, they could go into Rhaegar and they'd have the best support. But I'd rather see them ban Rhaegar and take Uther at this point. They are going to probably go with the Rhaegar, unless that gets banned, and then we just have a massive support choke. I mean, at that point, you have to dip into Lucio, Kharazim. I mean, even Medic has to be on the table at that point. Do we see the ultimate support choke? They have to know if they don't ban Rhaegar, that they're giving up Rhaegar. They have to know this. Does that concern them? If they ban the Rhaegar, they're very probably giving up Lucio. They are going to ban out the Phoenix. So I would expect Rhaegar. And you could go with some kind of damage, whether you could go with Hanzo in theory. I wouldn't actually mind seeing Rhaegar Blaze to have that bunker to deal with some of Maev's shit. What?
Ilneus will rise again.
Well, I mean, I guess they're going the blinds preemptively for Hanzo? But they have double blinds. It could be decent into the Sonya, but Maiev mostly gets damage from Fan of Knives, which is ability damage. Lily. I don't get that pick. Unless they're doing something weird with double support, but even then, like... I just think with the comp you're looking at, you want things that can save someone. And so that could be a Rhaegar, that could even be a Monk, could be a Lucio. I don't think Lily can really save someone outside of 1,000 Cups, which Garrosh is just going to immediately interrupt. And if not Garrosh, then Sonya, and if not Sonya, then Maiev.
Oh, this is my
Lucio going to be grabbed. Lucio Garrosh can be a very strong combo. And there's the Kael'thas, so the AoE damage to counter out Lily. And Leoric. So they ban Uther and take Lily into this comp. I want to look on the upside, but I honestly don't understand this draft out of Bonbon. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe there's some like hyper niche thing that I haven't considered that I'm gonna see in a second. We'll find out. But in the meantime, though, One Trick, very, very strong looking draft as we head here into match number 2. Yeah, so, I mean, does anyone in chat see something that I don't? The Leoric pick I can get. You know, a lot of this map is about scouting. Leoric can scout very aggressively. You have the damage reduction for Kael'thas at 13 and Maiev, so I can see that. But I just, I honestly don't understand the Lily. But we'll find out here. As we move into game number 2. On the left side, your mom Bonbon, the OG Bonbon, gonna be playing the, excuse me, I'm blanking out here. The Jaina, Bonbon 984, gonna be playing Leoric. Bonbon's gonna be playing Lily. As we have a disconnect, Kevo Panda going to be playing the Joanna, and Dream Crusher gonna be playing that Greymane as, we try to just get things squared away. And I am set to observer, not to referee. Alright, gonna jump straight into it. Forgot to set myself to that referee. Alright, there we go. Moving back into the game now. It's gonna be Kotip on Sonya, Siege on Kael'thas, Linkin Park once again on the Garrosh. Key gonna be on the Lucio, and mid once again on Maiev. See how this comp goes. I would expect One Trick definitely wants a fight on that beacon. I would not expect Bonbon to want that fight, but it looks like they do. With big Leoric there. Good a spooky ghost on out of there. Actually a pretty big blizzard choking rather nicely. Moving in aggressively, starting to work pretty well. Got very positive damage traits there on the side of Bonbon. The signs of life, let's see if they can keep it going. Moving now into the lanes. Jaina gonna soak up that mid lane very quickly. Bonbon already moving towards the bottom. Greymane gonna lane against the Sonya up top. Kotip playing this one very patient. 4-man mid, no one rotating bot yet for One Trick. Looks like Siege is gonna move on down there. Lucio staying mid maybe to get the soak? No, they actually lost that minion, so we'll see how they play this from there. Playing a very aggressive 4-man rotation. Once again, this team looking for kills. Here in mid, minions down. Maiev looking for the tether, finds it onto Lily. Joanna actually moving top. Kotip playing that patient, but actually doing... So this is something I talked about last night. Notice what Kotip did. He aggroed the ranged minions, because the melee minions do piss all damage. So make sure you get the ranged minions, but let the melee minions just die on the towers while you're in soak range. You know, great play. Maiev working on Siege Camp. Greymane moving straight into Bruiser. Interesting to see this move. Sonya up top now clearing the wave against Joanna. Still this 4-man rotation going, I guess 3-man because of Maiev doing the camp. There is the Siege Camp on bottom. Gonna start to pressure in potentially there. Could be that strategy where you try to push in to get that early well. Wave's not dying super quick, but they are dying, so they're not missing too many minions here and there. They are a little bit down in soak at the moment, but let's see if they can make some of that up here. As Greymane now moving into the Siege Giants. Joanna using these bruisers up top to pressure Sonya a bit. Has the Condemned to interrupt Whirlwind. Using that well, but here comes the invade onto this Siege Camp. And with Joanna top, I don't know how they're going to be able to invade. There's a tether. Trying to move in on OG Bonbon. OG Bonbon going to go down on the Jaina! Oh my goodness, and Key has a health. Ooh, and Key, is he going to drop? No, Key somehow stays alive through all of that. Very good wall ride jukes. And now Bonbon going to get turned around on here. Wow, that was butthole clenching. That was, Key probably made a diamond. Probably a diamond up in there now. Bonbon, though, 984 going to come back pretty quick, but still, very slight XP lead onto the side of Bonbon, despite the 2 deaths. Sonya going to move straight up into this top. Looks like Lily going to sit up here in mid while Jaina soaks the lane. Just prioritizing the soak. You know, Leoric, not the easiest target in the world to kill anyway. But, you know, just continuing to soak, just going to let Sonya solo that lane. They might pressure in aggressively here. Let's see, with Leoric in the bottom lane. Yep, Lincoln going to move straight onto that point. But now, with Joanna and Jaina moving top, they are going to try to get onto Dream Crusher. Dream Crusher using the Eyes in the Dark to get away. Sonya having to give up top, but now middle going to be capped here by 1 trick. Looking for OG Bonbon. Lets it go, Leoric. Pressuring up once again on the bottom. This is something we saw last game. Sonya making sure to soak the top, continuing to pressure in there, but keeping up, but still level 7 for Bonbon first. You know, this was about the point in the game they started to fall behind and it snowballed on them. So let's see if they can keep up here in Sky Temple. Looking at the damage from the towers, top lane, Sonya's lane pretty weak now. A tower gone and a tower gone, so not as much damage to the side of Bonbon. Now trying to move in, once again, ganking Leoric. There's the Gravity Lapse with the boop, trying to secure the kill. There's the Wraith Walk, though, and I think Bonbon 984 gonna be able to get out of there. And does. Lily coming down just to top off. Take a look at the talents here. Sonya up in the top, still laning against that Joanna. Greymane rotating around. Needs to be a bit careful. Maiev could go for the grab here. But they want this Jaina, and Jaina now finds herself on the wrong side of the map, and they are collapsing aggressively. Ooh, Jaina dropping the jukes. Could move into the bush and just hearth here. Not gonna do just that. Bit risky there for a bit, but Jaina does manage to escape. Get back to base. Maiev now gonna work the Siege Giants into this lane. Sonya getting the Bruisers up in the lane. So Bruiser Camp gonna be a bit behind for blue. Siege Camp gonna come up soon, though. Greymane heading down to take that. But both teams playing very, very passively at the moment. No one really trying to force anything. Sonya wanting to stall this point out. Maiev grabbing the bot Siege Camp. We expect Sonya cap soon, and then rotate down. There's going to be no Bruiser Camp in the top lane, so it's going to potentially force Jaina to stay behind. Joanna actually trying to move on to the point, but now finds herself in the middle of the enemy team. Very, very aggressive move from Kevo Panda, and I don't think it's going to pay off. It is not. Joanna goes down, and so now in addition to not getting a Bruiser Camp, they're probably going to have to give up quite a bit on this bottom shrine. Jaina Greymane moving into the Bruiser top. Sonya going to stay top. Gank attempt onto Leoric, once again with the Wraith Walk, going to be able to get away. But level 10 now picked up. It's the Sound Barrier, it's the Warlord's Challenge, it's Wrath of Berserker, it's Phoenix. Maiev still hasn't picked. It's going to be the Warden's Cage, or could it be a Containment Disc? I could see a Containment Disc. see it as an option. On the other side, we have Water Ellie, we have Entomb, we have Blessed Shield, we have Thousand Cups, and we have Go for the Throat. Garrosh stepping up here. A lot of times you'll see Cursed Bullet into the Garrosh, but I actually do respect this. Try to move on to that Kill Thought. There's the Gravity Lapse combo onto Leoric, and Leoric does go down. Living Bomb spread to Lili. Lili gonna drop through the 1,000 Cups. That is gonna be bottom shrine, moving over to 1 trick, up 5 kills to 0. Now going to pressure in onto this fort. Kevo Panda needs to be a bit careful. There's enough damage here with the minions. They can dive under the tower. It looks like that's going to happen right now. Bonbon 984 going to come right back up here. Going to try to defend this. Need to be a bit careful for the Entomb. Forcing an engage they don't want. But there's the Warden's Cage going to be picked. They are turning on the Bonbon. There's the flip for the stun. Ooh, but mid starting to get pretty low. Needs to blink on out of there. Mid goes back in for the tether. Gets interrupted. Go for the throat. Tries to get onto mid. Mid managing to vault out of the way. Water Elemental going to come down. But mid still alive. Blinking away. This whole time, Sonya channeling the bot camp. Gonna have to move up potentially. It's getting a bit awkward. 1,000 Cups has been blown though, and so it won't be up to save anyone. Now Maiev blinking in on the backline very aggressively, but Linkin Park gonna be the first to drop. OG Bonbon tries to move in the bush to get away. There's the Entomb. A little bit of an awkward position, but Kel'Thas Living Bomb is doing so much damage to the members of Bonbon. Health bars are just so low, but it's gonna be 1 trick coming out on top. Through that Living Bomb damage, the Entomb actually working in favor of 1 trick in that situation. But during this whole time, Bruiser Camp top did take forts. They got some value. Gonna ignore it for now. Gonna move into boss. Garrosh gonna move up to the top to deal with that camp. This is gonna be boss potentially, but if they're able to get here fast enough, if Leoric can get on the point and buy time, could buy enough time for his teammates to get there. Are they moving straight to boss? If they are, they're not moving quick enough. This is definitely going to be the boss heading over in favor of 1 trick. They grab the first boss of the game. So now pressuring in a bit, wanting to move up. Ooh, mid finds herself in the middle of the enemy team, but able to vault out, and there's a 3-man gravity lapse. Here comes the tether. Nope. Thought about it, but 1,000 Cups once again going to drop from Lili. Boss gonna push up here. Mid being harassing, but not really going to engage. Sonya's up in top. Kel'Thas is getting soaked mid. They're just gonna go ahead and invade this siege camp. Not gonna be able to get a lot of value out of this boss, unfortunately. But still, it's at least a strong denial, and it lets them potentially grab siege to draw enough attention to move in for this mid fort. Here comes Maiev, blinking in, looking for the tether, past the vault, out of the condemn. Gonna be able to get away. But this fort still standing, briefly. Should drop quick though. Sonya, meanwhile, pushing in up on top, getting a nice minion wave up there. Gonna need a response on the side of Bonbon, who are about to pick up their level 13s. Sonya now just starting to chunk this fort directly. Linkin Park looking for an awkward rotation here. Here comes the rotation. Sonya backing off. Good communication. Very, very good scouting here from Linkin Park. Fantastic position.
My magic flows.
And it looks like the fight's going to be here on mid. Not focusing bottom. No one bought for either team. Linkin Park stepping up. Here comes a big 3-man condemn, but on the back line is a big 3-man gravity lapse with some living bomb and a huge tether. Now the Warden's Cage comes out. Jaina and Greymane die both at the same time. Kev Panda about to fall, and it's just... Leoric actually went down in the process as well. And that is a 4-man wipe. Lili being the only survivor of that engage. 1 trick has just been playing so well tonight. 14 for 1 at the moment, and that 1 death came in a 4 for 1 trade. So it may have been a 5 for 1 trade in hindsight. Hard to tell because with the Leoric graphic bug without seeing the heroics. But we do what we can. But just passive play now. They have both the temples. Mid-temple finished by Sonya. Garrosh halfway done with this bottom temple. It's now doing damage directly to the keep itself. I'm going to chunk this keep quite heavily. I don't think it's going to be enough to finish it. It might be, actually. It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. But having stuck clearing waves, not able to come and contest this. Greymane up in the top pushing Bruiser. See what these last shots do. No, it survives with about 1,600 health. Not much, but it is alive. And believe me, it is still alive. But One Trick playing this well now, gonna move up, clear up this top bruiser, and start walking in their own. At this point, they could literally just walk a bruiser all the way up to their enemy keep and just force an engagement. And that may be what they do, abusing their level 16 talent. Boss not up for another minute and a half, so there's no need to be on the bottom. Dream Crusher in a bad spot. There's a flip into the taunt. Dream Crusher's dead. That's all it takes. You just poke out a little bit, and Garrosh is going to set up the gank. And now 5v4, level 16 talents into level 13 talents. Here comes the push for this keep with the spell shield, making the Jaina a little bit less of a risk. Here comes the Condemn, hits 2. Maiev jumping in with the tether onto Jaina. Warden's Cave actually doesn't manage to connect Jaina. Does manage to collect Leoric. Leoric going to be able to walk away here, as is Joanna. They turn their attention onto this keep. It's down to half. Still no level 16s. Joanna doing everything she can to try to get damage onto it, but this keep is not going to fall. Maev's gonna Phantom Knives it, but it's not enough. Oh no, this keep has 93 HP. Feels bad, man. 93. They almost had 2 keeps. They almost had it. If they literally took a shot, top keep would drop. Maev could backdoor at any point as well, but that is at least one catapult denied because there's no catapult in this wave here. Feels bad. Moving around towards the bottom now, Lincoln Park. Ooh, did he spot Dream Crusher? Did. They're just going to go ahead and invade Siege Giants. Force a response here on bottom. With this keep already weak, those Siege Giants will finish it if they're not careful. Now moving into the midpoint. Let's see if they send anyone straight ahead on the top. Looks like Garrosh may move top. Nope. No one moving top. They're looking for a fight mid. Gonna play the long game here. They actually may get all 3 keeps off this if they channel every shot. Kel'Thas now moving to top. That is top keep down. Garrosh just acting as bait, backing up. There's the Blizzard Key with a very aggressive rotation, but had the speed boost to be able to get through. But Siege Giants finish up bot keep, and now this is going to be shots directly onto core for One Trick, and that's going to be quite a few shots. This is definitely going to do very, very serious core damage, forcing Bonbon to rotate top into a fight. Now, level 20 not yet picked up, so this is the best fight they're probably going to get. Condemn misses everything here. Comes Maiev looking for the invade. They do manage, though, to surround the Jaina, and Jaina's going to drop, as is Greymane once again. Now Kevo Panda taking so much damage. Here comes Maiev onto the backline, trying to secure the kill on Lili, and that's going to be a potentially a 5-man wipe. There's the stun on Leoric. That is a 5-man wipe, and that's going to be One Trick. 20. This series was 41 kills to 2. One Trick just making their presence known here in Division B. Excuse me, Division... Yeah. Making their presence known right out of the gate that they are a team to watch out for. They used the Maiev well, they used the Garrosh well, and boy, they just were absolutely dominant tonight. We're going to see if we can get a post-game interview with the victors. We will be right back. Okay, and we are back. Once again, listing a co-caster I don't have. Rip. Gonna turn that one off here. But
Hey.
I am joined by pretty much everyone on the side of the one trick. Ask for a couple, get everyone. That's how that works, but I'll take it. Congrats on just the dominant win, guys. I mean, 41 kills to 2 across both those games.
Woo, felt good. Woo!
So, first, I guess I kind of wanted to especially congratulate, Lincoln Park. I played with him back in Season 1 and 2. Very, very strong Garrosh play. I loved what you did with that hero on Battlefield of Eternity, throwing enemies into stuns from the Immortals. It was exceptional.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you noticed I was trying to go for it.
No, that was like, you'll watch the cast. I think I spent most of the first game just praising how much your team committed to getting value off Immortal stuns, because it was everyone pushing everyone into Immortal stuns. It was
Varian had a great taunt on one that was
we noticed that too.
Yeah, it was incredibly well played. I see why you guys picked that map. Or wait, no, yeah, you picked that map.
Yeah, that was our map.
Yeah, but I guess overall, I mean, you guys played a very, very aggressive composition. Are those the one tricks you have, or have we not even seen your true form?
We may be like 2 tricks by now.
Must have been getting some of that. Must have gotten an hour of practice, like Arthalon suggested.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, Sheej, like everyone in chat was just. I mean, you popped off so hard on Li Ming in that first game, and then had just amazing gravity laps in game 2. I mean, the synergy of you guys was exceptional. You know, it was not just everyone throw out your CCs. It was this CC, then that CC, then this CC, then that CC. And it was actually chained very well with no gap, but with limited overlap. Is that something you guys have specifically worked on, just CC chaining? Or is that just more kind of individual players, knowing their role?
Yeah, I mean, in both games, we pretty much got exactly the draft we wanted. So, like the Garrosh, the Maiev, those are the years we're really practicing a lot. And we were just comfortable with what we were playing. So it showed.
And I think we kind of played together for a while, except with Lincoln. So like we kind of we didn't really practice specifically on the chain CC or whatever, but like we kind of have an idea what's going to do what like a lot of the times.
I think we're focused a lot on communication recently, and I think that's probably been the biggest thing for us is we're just focusing on communicating, letting the people know like who our target is, right? And so like yelling, like this, we're yelling like this is a target and let's get them, and then everyone's like, yeah, let's do it, and then we do it.
And I want to add that I feel like there's days that's like particularly off, but today it really felt like we were coordinated in the comms for sure.
It seemed that way. I as mentioned, 41 to 2.
Feel good.
It was starting to get ugly. I was worried that I was going to get censored. I was going to lose my affiliate status. Feels bad, man. I finally got that bald guy emote. But no, so I guess coming off that was your first game in Nexus Gaming Series for several of you. Not all of you, but several of you. What are your hopes for this season?
We definitely want to make playoffs. I don't think we're going to be happy if we don't make playoffs.
All right, focusing on making playoffs. Good starting point, but I mean, with the way you guys played, if you keep that up, by the end of the season, playoffs may not be enough. You guys could go on a tear.
Nice. We hope so.
I let me know when your games are scheduled next week, because that was just fun to watch. I mean, it felt terrible, but it also felt great. It's like watching a school bus like run over a pack of nuns. Like, you can't look away.
I'm not sure that you want to say that.
You can't look away. You want to see it, but I mean, you don't want it to happen. But like, you're gonna watch. I mean, come on.
That's so funny.
Anyway, do you guys have any shout outs here before I let you go?
I'd say we give a shout out to Metball. He's over in the Heroic. We got him to review some of our stuff and help us out as a team recently.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say that. We had a little session with him yesterday, and he helped us out a lot.
Yeah, there've been a lot of like really strong players helping out a lot of lower teams, and it's been fun to see in this community. Anything else, or?
Overall, we're just excited to play, and it felt good to have such a good start.
Yeah, thanks to NGS for putting all this together.
Definitely, and thank you for casting.
Happy to do it. Once again, sorry for kicking you out of the lobby the first time around, Lincoln. I was just like, no, man, sorry, because I figured you just joined off my friends list. I'm like, oh no, sorry, this is NGS. No, but it's great to see you back in action. Great to see you back in NGS. You played just extremely well on that garage tonight, and I hope to see more of it.
Oh, thank you. I hope to see you play.
I'm taking a season off to focus on casting.
Okay.
But I do plan to come back. But it's just a matter of I kind of wanted to just take a season off and relax a bit. I've been having a lot going on in life, so taking some time.
There you go.
Anyway,
we're to bring you in on as a sub on our scrims then.
All right. Well, with that, for the rest of you, we have another game tonight. 25 minutes from now, it's going to be Clouded Minds versus 4+1. I'll have to see if I can come up with some kind of puns for that. I did pretty well with the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. See if I can do something with those. So we'll be back here about 25 minutes. Just come back then. You can click on the Nexus Gaming Series community below to see who else in the community is streaming. Catch some other games there, and then be back here in 25. Big game in Division C, Clouded Minds versus 4+1. See you then.